Hi everybody, this is methlokaiju, and today I'll be discussing about my initial or overall my thoughts on the scrapped Godzilla 2014 Kaiju that were made back in 2011. Now some concept art has been released for these scrapped creatures around 2 months ago, and I knew about this information 2 months ago, but I didn't really make a video about them because I thought there was no point to make a video about them since I don't know why I really didn't make the video at all, but today, or actually no, yesterday, I actually saw an animation video featuring these two kaijus, these two scrapped kaijus, and I thought, oh wow, that's pretty cool. And I guess thanks to that video, it reminded me of these two scrapped dinosaurs, or not dinosaurs, kaiju. So I just thought, hey, let's make a discussion video about this in my channel. So here is the discussion video, I guess. So yes, I will be discussing about the scrapped kaiju that were supposed to replace M.U.T.Os to fight Godzilla 2014 in Godzilla 2014. Okay, now let's start off with the first scrapped kaiju, my favorite out of the two. Here it is, this Anguirus looking creature. It has many limbs, it has a bunch of scales, it has a bunch of spikes, definitely. And it's a quadruped. Actually, no, it's not even a quadruped. It has 6 legs, so yeah. I'm not really sure if the origin of this creature is like a insectoid or maybe it's like a lizard or something. It has plates, so I'm not really sure. But anyways, the name for this creature is called M.U.T.O, which I guess might be reworked to become what's the name? M.U.T.O or something. What's it called? I've forgotten. Like M.U.T.O and all that stuff. I forgot what the other name was. I'm pretty sure it's M.U.T.O maybe. Anyways, but yeah, looks pretty cool. For me, it looks like a reptilian version of Anguirus, honestly. It also has some Stegosaurus features in it because of those spikes. Now people keep saying that this is the Vishnu creature, but honestly, I don't think it's a Vishnu creature because the Vishnu creature in the 2012 Comic-Con panel, Godzilla 2014 thing, whatever, it looked like it had way more than 6 legs. It looks like it has probably minimum 10 legs. So this is way more than this creature. So and also it's now learned that Vishnu creature, or Talagan creature, even though that's a fake name, but whatever, the Vishnu creature actually was just a placeholder, so it was never even supposed to be in the film. But anyways, this looks really cool. Yeah. So I'm guessing this was also reworked to create the female M.U.T.O. And then right here we have this other scrap kaiju, the other one, my least favorite out of the two. His name, or its name, is just plainly and more like blandly just pterodactyl, which for me it doesn't even look like a pterodactyl, since pterodactyls, they have like, just the face is way different, and they have like way more shorter tails. Unless you're talking about that Morphodon, then it did have long tails, and yeah, it didn't have like giant legs or whatever. But this one kind of looks generic, just like the other one. But I think this one looks probably more generic, or maybe I'm not really sure which one looks more generic. Probably this one, I'm not really sure. But this one looks like it has a dragon features, and just some insect features by adding giant 4 wings and all that stuff. They could have gotten the 4 wing concept by Microraptor, but I kind of doubt it, since these are not filled with feathers, they're just membranes. So yeah, but this looks pretty cool. I mean, it looks alright, I guess, but out of the two, I definitely prefer M.U.T.O better. This one is definitely gonna, this one was definitely reworked to create the female M.U.T.O, or excuse me, the male M.U.T.O, yeah. But yeah, so my thoughts on these creatures: they look pretty cool, they look pretty awesome. Hopefully they come out in future Godzilla films. That'll be pretty cool. Maybe even other kaiju films. That'll also be pretty neat. Like, they have their own solo movie, that'll be pretty awesome. Kind of like Varen and Rodin and stuff like that. But I just think these are a little too generic, honestly, because the M.U.T.O looks like just a giant lizard with a bunch of spikes and 6 legs and all that stuff. Well, this one just looks like a dragon with insectoid kind of features. So honestly, you know, these are, you know, these look pretty cool, but you know, I think they look kind of generic. And which one do I prefer, the female M.U.T.O and male M.U.T.O, or do I prefer these two kaiju? Honestly, I prefer the M.U.T.Os because these look like they don't have any correlation whatsoever to each other, since they're like completely new species, and also because these look too generic. And yeah, but that's basically all for this video. Subscribe, like, and comment. Please tell me down below, what are your thoughts on these two scrap creatures, and do you prefer the M.U.T.Os or these two scrap creatures? But that's basically all for this video. Subscribe, like, and comment. This is methlokaiju signing out.